Imagine this. It's the summer of 1518, in the quaint little town of Strasbourg, now part of modern-day France. The sun is shining bright, children are playing in the streets, and the townsfolk are going about their daily routines, when suddenly, without warning, a woman steps into the street. But she's not hurrying off to the market or rushing home. Instead, she's dancing. That's right, she's dancing with wild abandon and doesn't stop. Little did the town know, this was the beginning of one of history's most bizarre events, the dancing plague of 1518. This seemingly innocuous woman, Frau Troffea, kept dancing for days on end. At first, her dance was met with amusement, perhaps even slight curiosity. But as the hours turned into days, she continued to dance uncontrollably, day and night, refusing to rest, eat, or even drink. There appeared to be no logical reason behind her movements, no music guiding her steps, just an unstoppable urge to dance. As rumors of her odd behavior spread throughout the town, people gathered to witness the spectacle. It wasn't long before that crowd took on a dangerous, contagious energy. One might expect the sensible folk of Strasbourg to help the poor woman, or at the very least call it a strange yet isolated incident. However, much to everyone's bewilderment, within a week, around 30 more people had joined her, dancing relentlessly in the cobbled streets. The scene was surreal. Women, men, young and old, all consumed by an invisible rhythm, twirling and leaping as if in some sort of trance. The crowd grew larger every day, transforming the streets of Strasbourg into a dance floor filled with fervor and chaos. As the month progressed, the number of dancers swelled to an estimated 400 people, and what began as an oddity devolved into a public health crisis. Local authorities, desperate and perplexed, consulted the region's physicians and advisors for solutions. The consensus? More dancing. Yes, in a decision baffling to us today, they believed the only remedy was to dance the madness out. They hired musicians, set up stages, and turned the city into something reminiscent of a never-ending festival. However, instead of calming the afflicted, these well-intentioned measures only intensified the mania. But the human body can only withstand so much. Tragically, many dancers succumbed to the relentless activity. They crashed to the ground, exhausted, some struck by heart attacks or strokes. The dancing plague claimed lives, leaving families to mourn an inexplicable loss. Now, if you're wondering what mysterious force could compel hundreds to dance without rest, you're not alone. Historians and scientists have pondered this mystery for centuries, postulating a range of explanations from spiritual, psychological, to even environmental factors. One popular theory suggests ergotism, a condition caused by consuming bread made from rye infected with ergot fungus, which can produce hallucinations and spasms. A sort of medieval LSD trip, if you will. Could it be that the townspeople were under the influence of a psychedelic grain? Alternatively, some experts propose the phenomenon was a form of mass hysteria. This psychological theory suggests that the oppressive social environment, with its dire economic conditions and rampant disease, may have driven the community to express their collective stress through uncontrollable dancing. Others have looked at it from a socio-cultural perspective, considering possible religious or mystical motivations. Tales of Saint Vitus, a patron saint associated with dancing, were widely circulated at the time. Perhaps there was a belief that the good saint himself was behind the odd occurrence, providing a divine test or punishment. Ultimately, none of these theories have been conclusively proven, yet what is certain is the impact. The dancing plague of 1518 is etched in history as one of the most unusual events ever recorded, challenging our understanding of the human psyche and reminding us of how interconnected and susceptible we are to collective experiences. So the next time you find yourself tapping your foot to a nameless tune, just remember, it's not just music, it might just be history dancing its way through time.